But Gnostics then take this idea, and their basis, their heart, is in Greek paganism. But then they're enthralled by the way Philo's described creation in a much more coherent way than like Plato and everything. So they love that cosmology, but then their heart is in Greek paganism. So they do have to find a much more complicated. Whereas with Philo, it's quite easy. It's like you've got the three persons that are totally good, and they've got to save this world. So then they send Jesus, and then he creates the angels. And it all makes sense. It all is a linear story. But then for them, it's like they get the idea God's got all this fullness in him, and he can break off fullness into like, little bits that are like divine, but then only a bit of the divine. And they often like the imagery of light and everything, as does Philo, because like light is like one thing that's full, and then you can break it off into the different colors. But then you can't just get to white light, which has got all the fullness in it, just from red. You couldn't put loads of red together and get white. You know what I mean? It is totally broken off, but like all the fullness is in it originally. And that sort of idea, they quite like the language of light.